Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right, Pisces, let's take a look at the breath of fresh air message. What is kind of the refreshing energy coming in? And we have a tower upright. And I do really love the tower card because it talks about freedom from oppression, it talks about change, but breaking down the walls that were confining us. Excellent, because we have an Eight of Swords here that is sideways. Eight of Swords is confinement, or in this case, feeling like I'm locked out of the place that I want to be. And that mindset is changing. So if Pisces felt like, oh, I'd love to be in that wonderful castle, but little old me, I can't possibly, I'm not well dressed enough to get into that exclusive restaurant. I'm not the person who will ever, get to kind of like step into, some perceived like, that's reserved for the elite. First off, nothing should ever be reserved for the elite. Personally, I don't see anybody as better than anybody else. So I don't believe in that nonsense anyway. And I'm glad to see neither does Pisces. Good. Pisces is equal to absolutely everybody on this planet. There's nothing that Pisces has to feel, I can't step through that gateway, that threshold that's reserved for other people that must be more special than me. Hell no. No. Pisces is just as amazing as every other person on this planet, has every right to walk through whatever gates they wish and achieve a beautiful life and have this castle lifestyle, whatever that may be. We got the death card. This is great. Pisces knows this now. Something about like whatever they perceived that doors were closed to them, they don't look at it that way anymore. They know that nothing is off limits to them. They have changed perception. Oh, this is so great. We have a King of Wands. There is something about like a spiritual energy here. There is something about, because this person is like seeing without their eyes, and we've got their, third eye so heavily visible, so obvious that they're able to like look into their own future. Somebody's heart chakra is really opening, and to see that death card, that's a big transformation, big shift, big change. And then we go over to the King of Wands, and all of this just looks so warm. It looks so like Pisces has really opened up their heart space and is feeling empowered. Ace of Pentacles. Pisces is stepping into like divine masculine energy, listening to what their heart wants and then believing that they can achieve that. And with the Ace of Pentacles here, it's like, oh my gosh, I feel like a different person. I feel like a new person. I feel like finally, yes, these avenues are open to me after all. By the way, we do have Aries. We do also have some Scorpio here. But it's really an empowered change of mind. King of Cups. And I love this because this particular King of Cups shows, Neptune, Poseidon, god of the sea. But he's kicking it, not in the ocean, but in like this calm little lake or pond with all the lily pads. There is, definitely like this peaceful, kind of like the Monet paintings of lily pads. There's something really nice and peaceful about, the way Pisces is viewing their own life. They've definitely taken charge of things, but now it's almost making me wonder, was this about love? Was it that for a period of time, Pisces believed that, happily ever afters belonged to somebody else, not me, until they finally thought, why am I thinking that? I know for a fact that there's a soulmate out there for me. There's somebody that will love me for exactly what I am. Is Pisces meeting this person? Hang on, I gotta look. Tell me about that King of Wands, because Pisces has shown up as the King of Cups. So is the King of Wands somebody else altogether? We've got the Eight of Wands in the reverse and the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. I'm going to say yes, that King of Wands will be somebody altogether different. It's somebody Pisces hasn't even met yet, hasn't even talked to yet. Maybe that's why with that death card here, I'm wondering if Pisces is perhaps only just now starting to become aware that they've been blowing off, ignoring somebody who obviously is interested in them. It's like, I never even gave that person a second glance. I was too busy imagining that there's no way anyone's going to fall for me. There's no way I'm going to have this happily ever after. Remember, that first card was, I have freedom from a thought process where I was trapped in this reoccurring, like, stuck energy. It could have also been that Pisces was pining for, some other lover, or the life that they thought they were going to have with somebody else. Now they're like, wait a minute, hold up. That's crazy. Why would I be thinking that there's only one way to happiness? There is a big change in the way Pisces is looking at their life. They've transformed, but I also think that they're seeing somebody else differently. It could be somebody with beautiful eyes, somebody that Pisces has perhaps known for a long time, but just never saw this person this way. Let me ask, how does the King of Cups see Pisces? Ooh, divine masculine. This is literally the Emperor. What is, are they looking at Pisces as like an absolute catch, or are they looking at Pisces as if they themselves are the Emperor and they like what they see? We have this raw truth. We have this sense of peace. I feel like this person has watched Pisces go through this, like, detaching from what they previously were, like, either grieving or kind of stuck on. Okay, in this storyline, Pisces was hooked on somebody, stuck on somebody, stuck on the belief that their happiness had somehow, slipped through their fingers, wasn't accessible to them. And then this knight, or excuse me, King of Wands / Emperor character has watched Pisces shift and change and detach from that belief system. They're watching Pisces get, like, happier by the minute, calmer by the minute. Okay, so hang on. What do you want with Pisces? The 10 of Cups, the 9 of Cups sideways. Emperors don't push. They don't force anybody to be ready before they're ready, but they're like, I want to share my serape. I want to wrap up the two of us in a nice sleeping bag and go camping together. I want to go out into the desert and do sky watching, all cuddled up, and I'll keep my Pisces warm. This is very romantic. It's like, I want to see my Pisces smile. I want them to be happy. But I had to watch, wait, and observe my Pisces as I watched them free themselves from some previous disappointment. I really think this is a character who understood fully what was going on. They saw Pisces. They knew Pisces was struggling with, like, surrendering somebody, getting over somebody. Let me just ask, how does Pisces look at this King of Wands at this point? Because it seems like Pisces might have just now become aware of them. Knight of Cups. Yeah, it could very much be that Pisces is, sometimes if we're pining for something else, or if we're lost in some kind of hurt or pain, we have a really hard time thinking about anybody else. And then when that hurt and pain subsides and we, regain our footing a little bit, that's the moment where we go, oh, there's somebody else here for me. There's somebody else I really like. There's a wonderful person right there. I definitely like to deal with them. And sure enough, we have Pisces becoming aware that this person is possibly quite adventurous, somebody who's, like, keen-eyed, right? And somebody who might have already been, like, a friend to Pisces. I could see this being someone that Pisces is like, oh yeah, they're my neighbor or my colleague or something. But they've driven me home before when my car wouldn't start. They've been the person who's done something kind for me. They kind of have watched over me more than I realized. Now I get it. They actually have shown me that I matter to them. That Knight of Cups, they've shown me some kind of emotions. Like, I know I could actually call upon them, in, like, a moment of need, or somehow, if I think back to it, that person has paid attention to me a little bit. Yeah, this person sees a lot. I keep getting this impression that Pisces, like, worked with this person and they knew Pisces was still, like, dealing with the ending of a relationship, or was still stuck on, just kind of the process of letting go for a period of time. And they have more or less patiently been there in the wings. They maybe have shown some kindness to Pisces, but they also know when Pisces is healed, then maybe Pisces will be ready to, like, pay some attention to me. Oh, I think this is great. 8 of Wands. I think Pisces is going to make some effort to go talk to this person. I think this is a big turning point. I think that because Pisces is finally free from, like a sorrow or something, thinking about a previous connection, now they're turning their attention to the King of Wands because they're done with that previous situation. They're free of it. Now that King of Wands is somebody that Pisces is recognizing. God, I'd love to spend time with them. I'd love to communicate with them. They're really nice. They're really attractive. They got a lot of the attributes that I want. This person could ride horses, or they could be just really good with animals. They could be very powerful. They could drive. I'm picturing somebody who drives a truck, maybe a larger one, just because of the horses, big horsepower. We've got a 6 of Pentacles, and we've got that 3 of Wands. Oh man, Pisces is ready to start getting to know the little details about this person. Pisces might ask this person out for a date. Doesn't matter if Pisces is masculine or feminine. Pisces has shown up as a masculine. This could be a same-sex couple, does not have to be. But Pisces is doing everything different now. This all feels new. This feels like, oh my God, I feel so peaceful. And I'm realizing I'm over somebody else. I'm over something else. And now I realize there's some very attractive person who's been cordial, who's been kind. But if I'm honest with myself, they're attracted to me. I know that. I can read that. Pisces has to get not humble now. Pisces has to get serious and real with themselves. There's somebody that has shown Pisces more attention than is warranted for just frenzies, palsies. There's somebody that has shown Pisces that they're interested, and Pisces kind of blew them off until now. And now it's like, I want to get to know every little detail about who they are. I want to show them that they matter to me also. And then who knows where this storyline can take us, right? In the future, as I get to know them better, as I get to really start investing with them, as I really start talking to them. You notice this isn't really about Pisces saying, oh, I'm head over heels in love with them right now. It's Pisces saying, I'm so ready to get to know another human being who's already shown me that there's some great attributes to them. I'm drawn to them. Maybe I feel comfortable with them as a friend, but now let me pay close attention to them and really have meaningful conversation. You know what? I love it because this just looks like Pisces is really sincere. This is not, oh man, I've done them wrong. How come I didn't pay attention? This is not somebody Pisces had already dated. Pisces never was this person's mate. This is a brand new person who's kind of waited patiently. I'm hearing that song. Is it Mr. Big who's saying just to be the next to be with you? Waited on the lineup just to be the next to be with you. I'm the one who wants to be with you deep inside. I hope you know it's true. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, you guys, thanks so much for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. That was a nice breath of fresh air for our Pisces. Take care. Bye.